This is the eZip Trailz Commuter. It's sort of an upgrade from the standard eZip Trailz, which has long been one of the most affordable electric bikes out there. In fact, I think it's even been sold online through Walmart, different places like that. It's around $500. This is closer to $1,000, but what it really offers in terms of an upgrade is a really nice lithium iron phosphate battery pack. So the Trailz had these really heavy lead acid battery packs. They're like 15 pounds each, and you can mount two of them. You can see right here, one, potentially two, and this lithium iron phosphate pack, it only weighs about 5 pounds, so that's a huge benefit. A lot of the rest of the bike remains the same. It's got some of the same, cons, which is that you've got this sort of like, rack that holds the batteries, and it's bolt on. You can see the screw points right there, and right there, and that just means that over time it's going to rattle a little bit more, and potentially need to get a tighten, go through and tighten it up here and there. The motor, also, you'll notice it's here. It's not one that's like mounted in the hub on the front or the mid or the rear. It's kind of on the side, and it's chain driven, so you can see the chain right through there, and in addition to your cassette. So it's a 7-speed cassette. You've got that extra large ring for climbing, nice little bash guard right here. It's a good setup, very thoughtfully designed with like a chain guard right here. But it's a lower end bike, all around. You got the front and rear fenders on this one, which is really nice. These nice ergo grips. Got your 7-speed twist shifter, a bell. And the cool thing is it offers pedal assist and twist and go. That's the tag. So you just switch it. Like right now it's in pedal assist mode. And then if I click it like that, it's twist and go, and you just twist the throttle. And the way that I mentioned earlier, you could do 2 batteries. You just click this button back and forth. Like this goes to this battery now. This goes to that first battery. So the way it comes shipped, you can see that the motor is there, battery is there. It kind of balances things out, even though the frame isn't perfectly symmetrical in terms of how the drive system's built on there. So it's cool. Some of the other pros that I like about this bike is that you can see that it's got a nice chain guide right here, and it's metal. It's like aluminum. It's going to keep that chain from falling off. If you hit a curb or something, it's going to protect the teeth, which is awesome. Kind of like this bash guard I mentioned earlier. Just all around, pretty solid bike, and it's got that front shock absorber. Pretty, basic. There's no real adjustments for rebound. There's no lockout. But as you can see, I've been bouncing it around, going up and down. Smooths out the rod. And the handlebars being a little bit, they're extended, they're kind of upright. And by the way, this bike comes in a step through, as we see here, as well as sort of a diamond frame, which is, more of a high step, kind of a traditional guy's frame. That's just a little bit bigger. So depending on your size, depending on your needs, and how you ride, you can either get a diamond or a step through. And I love the fact that in addition to that front shock, they've got this little, seat post shock. So the battery that it comes with is pretty small. It's 25.6 volt, 9.6 amp hour. So I guess when I say small, I should say weak. 25 volts, not super powerful. A lot of battery packs are 36 or even 48 on the high end. The motor is pretty, it's a 425 watt motor, but again, it's just sort of a different design, and the top speed on this bike is closer to 15 or 16 miles per hour instead of like 20 with some of the other bikes. And you got the kickstand and stuff. You'll notice the pedals here, they're kind of basic, and they're the kind of thing where when you get wet, it's a little easier to slip on the rubber. But, you can kind of see here, it's pretty solid. Like, considering everything that's on this bike, you got the water bottle holder, the mud flaps on the fenders, decent tires, and usually they're kind of pre-slimed and extra thick because you don't want to have to mess with that if you ever got a flat on the rear. I mean, just imagine trying to take that off and deal with all those pieces. And the rack, the tubing gauge is pretty standard, so you can throw some panniers or something on there and, have it work out. So that's kind of the rundown. Pedal assist on this bike is run with a pedal X sensor. You can see it right there. It's like this little silver dot on this black disc. So as your pedals crank around, it initiates, and there really aren't any adjustments. It's not like you can choose different levels of pedal assist. It's just on pedal assist or on twist throttle. So keep that in mind. It's it's set up to do one way, and I think it does a decent job of that. I apologize, it's freezing cold, I've been shaking, and it's windy here, so sorry. Well, hopefully there's not a lot of wind noise. I'm working on fixing that for future reviews. I'm going to hop on and just show you what the motor sounds like, and you know, give you some idea of how this bike works. Let me just pop on the wide angle lens real quick. Okay, so I'm going to start in twist and go mode. As soon as I turn this, I'm going to point back at the motor and you can hear how it goes. There you go. You know, not too bad. I haven't been pedaling at all. It got me up to a pretty quick pace. And I've been told that the battery pack on this, just one in pedal assist mode, take you about 30 miles. Again, depending on the terrain and your weight and the wind and everything like that. But that's not too bad for, you know, a bike that's about $1,000. I'm gonna do pedal assist mode now, just kind of show that. Just kind of the seating position. So there you go. That's the eZip Trailz Commuter Edition. For more info on this bike and more electric bike reviews, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.